annual award broadcast show. I have learned recently that this is now considered the most prestigious award show in Nashville, and we are very proud about that. It is definitely the most honest, and there's absolutely no scamming or inside voting or anything here. Everything is just 100% legit. You take everything we say today to the bank. It is 100%. Brian, buddy, how are you?
I'm doing great, Bobby. Hey, Happy New Year, everybody. And you're right. Just like all of the major award shows, there's no inside voting.
Right.
And our winners' lives are about to change today.
Right. Their career is, they just boarded the rocket ship and they are on their way to the moon.
First stop, Nashville for Nobodies. Next stop, the world, the sky.
The universe.
Yes.
That being said, I've always had an issue with like the Miss Universe competition.
Okay.
Because statistically speaking, there is life out there somewhere.
We haven't seen much of the universe.
And what if there is just like this planet of just like amazingly gorgeous aliens?
I think all the billionaires that are making the spaceships right now are searching for that.
They know something we don't.
Right.
Well, that is enough of that speculation. That could get us in trouble. We don't want to make the network mad. So let's get started. I want to open the show with something super serious and super important to me. All joking aside, because there will be a lot of joking in this episode. I wanna bid a very fond goodbye to Second Fiddle.
This one hurts. This one breaks my heart because Second Fiddle is the second place on Broadway I ever played. Mm-hmm. It's where I lost my wallet the first time. Which, by the way, if you heard that previous episode, I found it again. But that first time was devastating, and I did not recover it. So I had a lot of formative Broadway experiences at Second Fiddle, and I'm terribly sad to see it go. I'm excited to see what it becomes, but I'm sad about it.
Second Fiddle was my home for my first probably 3 years on Broadway. I had the most shifts there. I was working with a fantastic human, Tyler Deaver. He was one of my first guests on the show. Like, we learned how to play Broadway on that stage. And I'm definitely going to miss Second Fiddle. It has been an amazing place to grow up musically on Broadway. So fond farewell, and thank you for the many, many years of supporting artists and letting us have a place to express our art.
Yes, always.
So jumping right into the awards. This award was really hard to pick until I remembered a key specific detail in a conversation. This is the most amazing story that should not be real. And if you will remember way back to the beginning of the season, we had my buddy Dalton Black on. And he definitely gets this award for the stories that he told. His accident, his recovery, whole 9 yards. But the key feature in this one that solidified his win for this award, he had a huge portion of his skull 3D printed.
Yeah.
Because they had to remove a section because of brain swelling and 3D printed a new skull. Yeah. And that is sci-fi to the max.
It really is. It's an incredible story. He was so casual saying it too on the episode. Yeah. That was a great episode you guys had. I really enjoyed listening to that. And it's a heavy story. It's an inspiring story. Mm-hmm. And my goodness. Yeah.
And as a follow-up to that episode, he has taken that inspiration and just ran with it. I haven't gotten an update recently, but I know last time I really spoke to him, he's doing this thing where he's getting together. It's either once a month or once a week, or I'm not sure the spacing, but he is hand delivering food to homeless people.
Oh, wow. Okay.
No cameras, no photos, no broadcasting it. It's just he's getting a bunch of food together and driving around town and handing it to anybody that looks like they need it.
Right, sure.
And all of this stems from his accident, his appreciation of life, his faith. Yeah, amazing human being. If you have not listened to that episode, definitely go check it out. It's an amazing story. But congratulations, Dalton Black, for the most amazing story that should not be real with your 3D printed skull. Brian.
Yes.
We have a plethora of awards to hand out, but we also have some just very general things that we want to, let our listeners be privy to when it comes to our experience, at least, in Nashville. And one of the things that Broadway definitely doesn't slack on is humor, and specifically on-stage one-liners.
Oh, yes. I think the best one-liners, and this is an award that is purely based off personal experience. A lot of mine are going to be, and they're based, around experiences on Broadway. My award for funniest one-liners goes to my friend Michael Simeon. They made a bingo card for his one-liners. Now, one-liners on stage that you hear on Broadway, they are borrowed, they're stolen, they're given left and right. You're going to hear. Yeah. But he is the source of some incredible ones. Some of my favorites. After any song, he'll say, there's some Morgan Wallen.
Yes.
Morgan Wallen right there. Could be Johnny Cash. Could be a
Loretta
Megan Maroney
Lynn.
song. Could be Morgan Wallen. Right? Yeah, we've done it. Another thing is he's great with release years. So Johnny Cash, Folsom Prison, 1963. Like after we end the song, he'll say the year that it was released. That was a bingo card. Hey, thanks for clapping. That's how I high-five my best friend. Another one. Guy's full of them, and they are gold. Michael Simeon, if you get to see his show, he's great, and he's pretty hilarious, too, on stage. So, yeah.
Absolutely. I've had the pleasure of working with him several times, and his kind of dry delivery on these amazing one-liners, it's cherry on top. Yeah. It's beautiful. He definitely has a talent there. He could work on his guitar playing just a hair, but he's definitely got it when it comes to one-liners. And just to be transparent, I say that because he says that. He consistently, part of his one-liners is making fun of his playing. Right. So that wasn't a jab. That was playing along, just so my listeners understand.
Yes, and the only thing about that joke is he's gotten better, too.
So, absolutely.
Yeah, he's good.
All right, so our next major award, and I'm going to let you take this one away.
Of course. I'm so happy because when Bobby told me we were going to have this person on as a guest, I'd already worked with them, and I was so excited to jump into their career. This is our award for the hardest working nobody. It goes to our friend Paulina Senderova, who I've played with a number of times. I think she may know every song ever written. On piano and violin, and she plays country fiddle, and she's toured the world. She's done musical theater. She does dueling pianos. Truly the hardest working nobody, because stepping outside of Nashville, stepping outside of the standards that we all hear and play hundreds of times.
Right.
And she is super varied in what she does. It's a career that I admire, and she's a good friend.
And absolutely one of the sweetest human beings I've ever met.
Yeah.
Absolutely great human. I cannot and will not ever forget my introduction to her as a person was at a Rare Hair, and she come out on stage and did the thong song.
Yeah.
And at that moment, I knew we could be best friends. She come out with her dun 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 dun. What? Bestie?
Right.
and she has just proven to be the sweetest human since then. Watching her videos of her playing drums, they make me so happy. She looks so happy.
Yeah. And she's good. And so that I didn't know that she was performing drums. And one of my favorite Paulina stories is not too long ago, it was after our episode, she sent me a text pretty randomly about hi-hat expression. Hey, what do you have to tighten for this? And I answered to the best of my ability, and I didn't know why she was asking until about a week or so later, I see a video of her performing drums with a band, and solidly, I have to say. So I'm like, yeah, that's why you asked. Excellent, fantastic.
My answer would have been, I have no idea. I just do what I do. Like, I don't think I've ever thought about that specific. Like, I mean, I'll get on like a house kit or something and just be like, oh, I don't like this hi-hat stand. It does not work how my foot wants it to work. And that's the end of that thought.
Yes, right.
I don't think about adjustments or anything like that because, I mean, frankly, we don't have a lot of time to do that.
Sure.
But if it's not just like, oh, I need a bigger gap between the hats or less of a gap between that, no adjustments. I just, oh, well, I don't like this today. Mm-hmm. So that's a very insightful question that I've never thought about.
Yeah.
Getting to play Broadway, we get to meet and play with all kinds of different artists, and some of them stand out a little bit more than the rest. And it's great when they're a young artist or new to town and they really just have that drive and energy. I want to talk about who you think might be the next rising star on Broadway.
Sure. Okay. I will say this off of personal experience. I had worked with this guy, Ryan Ernest, a little bit. It was actually a couple of random times, random pairings. I meet this guy. He's young. He's, at the time I met him, 19, I would say. He was at the bar with his mom. I mean, really, it's
nice.
It's cool to see. It was great. So he takes the stage, and I'm like, this could go a million different ways. Who knows? Who knows what he knows? We played all 80s and 90s and 2000s country. He's incredible, and he works his butt off. Like, really, he's on a bunch of stages. He's getting really good shifts. He's working with pros in his backing bands, and he's learning the field very, very well and quickly, I should say. Guy's super solid. If you get a chance to catch Ryan Ernest, he's a great time. He's my Rising Star Award.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Mine would have to go to I'm Jara Ward.
Okay.
She's been on Broadway for a minute. She's definitely not new to Broadway and new to performing, but the push that she is giving to her original stuff and the way her mind thinks about the business aspect, and now that she's stepping out and doing road gigs, and I'm hoping to get her back on the podcast real soon. She's planning for her 2026 releases. She's got all kinds of stuff in her pocket that she's holding on to and getting ready to throw out, and it's going to be an amazing year for her, I think. So yeah, I'm going to say that she's going to have a massive jump this year. So I'm going to give the Rising Star Award from my perspective to Jara Ward, and I want to just say thanks again for having me in as a part of this journey and in your band, and she's been absolutely amazing to me and surrounds herself with amazing players that are just really great people. Freudian slip there, my bad. I do want to take a second real quick to pull in, we have another team member that we have added to the show, and I did set up a mic for him. Who would you give your Rising Star Award to?
Don't bother me, I'm busy.
He's drinking his coffee and looking at
I'm busy
something
drinking.
on the laptop. I don't know what. No.
Listen, I don't know about some musicians in this town, but early morning sometimes is not the fun time as early.
Yeah. Get kids and have to get up every morning early.
Yeah. Since I've been on Broadway for 6 months, I haven't really got to play with a lot of newer. So I really don't have anybody off the top of my head that I know. There is, and this is not even going to help, but there was a guy I just recently played with at Ernest Tubbs who's fairly new that he remembered me, but I didn't remember him. He goes, "Yeah, I met you at I think it was at Tootsie's." And I was like, "Oh, I think I remember you." And he goes, "Yeah, we started at the same time, but he's doing excellent. But I, for the love of me, cannot remember his name. But that would be who I gave it to. I might actually have his name. Hang on a second.
Vocalist, guitarist, like what all does he do?
Both, actually. He's actually a guitar player and singer. He was fronting. I can find him.
While you're doing that, I would like to actually add I have a personal award for the biggest mind explosion that I have experienced on this show. It's during Mitch's episode where I realized I had previously met him on the street with his family and his bass in tow. And I'm really happy to have met you randomly there and to have had that moment while recording of like, hey, wait a second.
Hey, wait, I remember you.
That was fun. Yeah. That was cool.
It was, I forgot as soon as I set it down because we got talking about something else. Robert Leonard.
Robert Leonard. So shout out to Robert Leonard for making that impression.
I think I even told him about the Nashville for Nobodies podcast, so hopefully he started listening. But
cool.
he's a good guitar player and he's a really good singer. Like he did a really good job that day, and that's probably and I probably know more than that, but he's the one that stuck out since I've moved down here so far. Okay.
And
like
I
said,
that's
I really haven't
the
got to play
important
with the time.
detail is like, what's the name you think of when you don't have a name?
Right.
And that's the guy, like 100%.
That's the first.
Moving on to the next major award, the biggest announcement or breaking news on the podcast has to go to the very first episode of this season. We had Jackie Verna on, and she announced on the podcast that she was pregnant. Yeah. And that is absolutely stunning. I have seen pictures. The little one doesn't look like a weird-shaped alien baby. So already in the top probably 95th percentile. So that's fantastic. She's a fantastic human. Have you gotten to meet her?
No, I have. I enjoyed the episode though when I heard it, but no, I haven't.
She is sweeter than she comes across on the episode, and she already comes across like Southern sweet tea. So fantastic person. Great. I absolutely love her, and now her beautiful family. She was a contestant on The Voice, I believe. I'm like 90% sure that's the right singing show. I've had the opportunity to work with her several times. She's absolutely lovely, and I firmly believe is going to be a fantastic mom. So congratulations, Jackie Verna, for that award and for bringing in a new human to the world. Yeah. Now, does the world deserve new humans? That's a different podcast, but
sure. But this podcast was the good platform for the announcement, which is that's an honor for you guys. That's great. I love that.
Oh, I was so honored. Like that's a huge deal, and to be able to bring that to the show and that be in it. Yeah, we love you. The podcast loves you. Call me if you need a drummer. I would love to hang out and work with you again. There are a lot of interesting moments on Broadway, and a lot of them you just had to be there.
Right.
What would you give your had to be there moment to?
My you had to be there. I centered it around one particular show that was completely dead, but the band was really incredible. This was a complete random. I had never met these guys before, but I became friends with a good amount of them, and Bud Orith is the front I'm talking about. He's great. You'll find him around town, and he's consistently very good. And it was him, a guitar player I had worked with before, Ryan Skidmore, who we gave a shout out with Jack and Linnea. That was great. So I'm really happy he got a good amount of airtime, because if you catch Ryan, he's a mind-blowing player. And then their regular bass player, Joe, and I just happened to sit in on a Tuesday morning in, I think this was January of 2025.
That would make sense.
Tuesday opener on the roof, I should say, at a particular place. And we knew it was going to be light, but the first few people to come in, to take up a table, came in with 30 minutes left of our set. And during our shift, we were playing all 70s R&B and yacht rock and these really cool deep cuts, and it was great. However, nobody was there to see it. You had to be there. And when that table came in toward the end, we asked if they had any requests, and they politely declined. So I could safely say we played to nobody, and we played pretty great. You had to be there.
And you weren't, and now it's gone.
It's gone now.
I'm actually going to reference you for my you had to be there moment, because you had to be there, and you showed up with drumsticks and got a gig, and you weren't even in town yet.
Yeah.
So you told the story, I believe it was with Annie Gavin, right?
Yes, it was, yeah.
They needed a drummer, and you just walked in with sticks and were like, hey, you still need one? And she was like, absolutely. And then later was like, hey, you're not a Broadway guy.
Because while we were playing, she found me on Facebook and saw that where I live was probably still listed Asbury Park, New Jersey, which at that time was outdated, but I was not to town yet. And yeah, that's on the episode. Sure, that's a great story, and that is my Broadway origin story. Is I picked up a shift before I lived here, and before I knew what songs to expect. I just knew a bunch of country and rock songs and figured we'll send it. And we sent it. And it was cool.
And you had to be there.
You had to be there.
And you were.
Yeah.
Just a quick shout out to Annie. She's been a great friend to me and given me tons of work over the years. And she was a good friend to you and gave you a lot of work. And I mean, she's a great human. Her freaking Harrison, I love that man to death. I could literally give him the biggest hug. He is an amazing human. Yeah. I'm going to say the words amazing human frequently on this show because we are here to honor the best of the best and have been given a platform to do that. So by golly, I will.
Yeah. We might have been joking at the top of the episode, but this is a prestigious award show, and
absolutely,
these are the best of the best humans that we know and have had the privilege of coming in contact with. Yeah.
And if you haven't made it to the show yet, this is your time to reach out and join a collection of absolute superstars.
Yeah.
Brian, buddy, I'm going to let you take this next award.
Of course, yes. So I loved this episode. I played a bunch of shows with this particular guy, and we have some conversations off stage. The way those conversations go, I said, hey, I have this podcast. You got to come on. You have to come on. The most likely to forget they are on a podcast goes to Brendan Bowe.
Absolutely.
Because on podcast, off podcast, on stage, off stage, you get bodacious. You get bodacious, and you get onto any conversation, any topic, and it goes. And it's a fun time with him. He's a guy I could talk to about anything, industry related or otherwise, maybe about life. And he's got incredible insight to, I think, everything.
Didn't he reach out to you after that episode saying something to the effect of, hey, we got to do another one because there's a lot more to say?
The episode came out, and the next day or maybe we recorded the episode, and the next day I had another show with him. He immediately comes up to me, doesn't even say hi. He goes, I had more to say, and I think I'd like to come back. I said, I would love to have you back. Fantastic.
Oh, man, he is a ball of something. He's so much energy. I love when I run across his live videos and I see you in the background, and those are amazing. I hope I get the chance to work with him in the near future.
Yeah.
I hope it's because you're doing something cool and I'm not just filling in for you or something because you're sick or John, I don't want you to get sick, but I don't want you to be on that gig. So I can take one.
Great, I would love to.
That being said, you are always my first text if I need a reliable sub. So
thank you.
You've never been able to take. Well, you have been able to take it a handful of times.
Yeah.
And one of the artists that we've worked with that is particularly fun to work with, that you've filled in for me on and had the chance to work with, I want to give a big shout out to Brooke Yarnell.
We love Brooke.
So much positive energy, such just a happy, positive human. Easy to work with, easy to work for. She always brings fun energy. Yeah. I don't think I've seen her walk into a gig where she looks like she has been through the ringer. Like it's been a rough day or a couple of days, or she's had 30 gigs in the last 12 hours, something where she should be dead. But as soon as she needs to bring it, that light switch goes on,
Yeah.
and it is always there. Super reliable energy. You never know what you're going to get, but it's going to be fun, and you're going to get all of it.
Truly, and it's always good. Super consistent and such a kind person. On stage and off. Love Brooke and happy to give that one to you.
Next major award, and this one I toyed with a lot on what direction I wanted to go, and this one's a little, I'm going to say PG-13.
Okay.
But it was genuine and it was hilarious, and knowing this person the way I do makes it all the better. This is possibly the best quote ever. Not just on the podcast. It was on the podcast, and that is an honor. But this could be the best quote ever. And it goes to Jara Ward for, who's just ordering raw wieners, dude?
Didn't you name the episode?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the name of the episode.
I remember enjoying the episode, but what was the context of that quote? Or does it need context? Maybe some don't, and that might not.
I mean, it is what it is.
Fair enough.
Like,
who's just ordering raw wieners?
yeah. Oddly enough, there are more than one fun story about wieners in Broadway that are not adult content oriented.
So was this about an undercooked hot dog or no?
Yeah.
Okay,
It was
yeah.
about a hot dog.
Great. Who's just ordering raw wieners? See, we need to bank our quotes.
Yes.
We really do, because
Yes.
for merch.
Absolutely. This is the year. We're releasing at least one t-shirt this year. I will make that happen. And hopefully a line of them with different random quotes, because there are so many good ones.
Yeah.
That being said, we will have to go back and listen to a backlog of episodes
Certainly.
to pick them out. So if you have a favorite quote from the episode, please let us know. But who's just out here ordering raw wieners, dude?
Right.
Is fantastic.
And speaking of, we had an off-air moment before we started this. Bobby and Mitch, we were talking about fries. We're talking about food, and drummers are like fries. Bobby, this one's yours, right?
Yeah. You go to a burger place and order a burger, and the fries kind of make the meal. Like, it could be an okay burger place with bomb-ass fries, and you're going. But if it's an okay burger place and their fries suck, you're picking somewhere else.
Yeah. It could ruin the entire plate.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, who has the best fries?
Let's stick to fast food chains on this one.
I'm down for that.
That way everybody can, because I feel like you find the best fries when you're on the road.
Okay.
And so a lot of that's from super common fast food change.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Arby's. Curly fries, man.
Hey, good. Okay.
That's a solid.
Solid. I'm going to kick down the door of controversy. White Castle.
Oh.
They have the crinkly fries.
They
don't
certainly do.
Crinkly, I'm gonna throw this out there. Crinkly fries is the best fries. Fight me.
Okay.
But Bobby, the curly fries from Arby's, right there.
So what's yours?
Yeah.
Wendy's.
Okay. Wendy's had some cosmetic changes, though, to their fries over the years.
Yeah, so they're fresh cut now.
They are.
I was a little bummed about that when I first heard, because I'm a big Wendy's fan.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
same.
I like Wendy's. I'll take Wendy's over McDonald's, Burger King,
Yeah.
even Whataburger. I haven't had In-N-Out yet. That's a whole other discussion.
Fair enough.
After I have it, but yeah, Wendy's. Even after their fresh cut they were still good.
Yeah.
I will say Arby's fries wins for me unless you tag in a Frosty. And then, yeah, I can go Wendy's. Wendy's fries and a Frosty, that is
I
a
was waiting for somebody
deadly
other than me to say it.
combination. Deadly combination. Our next major award, I'm going to let you have the honors of this one. This one's I loved this episode so much.
Yep. And now it's so subjective coming up with this, but it's the most Nashville story that we've had in this podcast. And
Absolutely.
There are a ton, and it could mean a bunch of different things. It goes to Carson McKee,
Absolutely.
who had to turn down Diamond Rio because she had exams in school.
and then got a second call.
Yeah.
Like, that, what? Here is your destiny. No. Here is your destiny again. Like,
Diamond Rio literally said, all right, yeah, good luck with those. And then called back. Like, yeah.
That's literally mind-blowing to me. I don't have words to express how there are signs, and there is getting slapped in the face with what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
And then there's whatever this is.
Right. Getting slapped in the face twice.
Right.
Between exams, no less.
Oh, maybe I should do this.
So, and just to clear up and to further solidify, and as she says on the episode, she's not just on the road with Diamond Rio now. She's become a member of Diamond Rio. She's on recordings. I mean, really, it's cool. Very happy for her.
In fact, I just saw pictures on social media of them in the studio working on new material. And I think she alluded to some of that on the podcast, that she had some, I think, don't quote me on this, but I think she mentioned that she was singing lead on a song that they have coming up.
I think so, yeah.
So, man, just absolute respect and applause to Carson McKee, especially being from my hometown area. Like, she's a rock star.
Yeah.
And again, one of the sweetest humans that you could ever hope to meet. Like, she's genuinely smiles and positive energy and just happy. And we need more of that. I love
certainly.
that. Definitely hope we can get her back on the podcast in the future. And actually, we're going off the rails a little bit on this one. I texted her the other day because I had a dream, and she was in my dream.
Okay.
And normally I keep that kind of stuff to myself because it comes across a little creepy.
Right.
But in this dream, I was at like a NAMM-style event, and she was organizing a very Kentucky Southern potluck-style dinner with all of her music friends.
Right.
And so I texted her about it. I was like, hey, totally had a dream that we were like at a NAMM event and you were hosting this potluck. And she laughed and she was like, why does that sound like something I would actually do? And I was like, I don't know, but this means we're best friends now.
Yeah.
So again, super sweet human. I am so glad that I can call her a friend, and maybe, hopefully, one day I get to play on stage with her again. It has been many years. So I would love that, and I will definitely try to make that happen. But huge shout out to Carson. Thanks so much for being on the episode and sharing your stories of Diamond Rio, school, and skydiving, which would have been a perfect episode name, and now I'm sad.
That's gone. Darn.
Man, there's so much cool information here, but there's a lot of weird moments. We get to experience a lot of things that I don't think anybody else gets to experience in the world. What has been your weirdest request?
Okay, but you need the environment, though. So I'm playing a rowdy opener. I mean, at a particularly rowdy place. Can I say? Does it matter? I mean,
go for it.
Redneck Riviera, we were opening, and the place got full. And so we were doing a trio, and we hit a part of the show where people were just kind of shouting out requests, and we were doing whatever stuck. So it was very interactive, and we got to a point, I forgot what we played, but everybody was hyped, and everybody's shouting out what they want to hear, and we're enjoying the energy. And there was a guy with other guys. These are adult men. I'm sorry, I just have to put this out. Okay. And the guy, in all of his excitement, shouts out, "I've been working on the railroad." And so he said that, and like it had like an orbit around him where like the surrounding people were like, oh. And like some of his guys were like, there he goes. He's doing his thing. And he was serious. And so, but we didn't know if that was like some other sort of country song with a similar title. Like it couldn't be. And so we had to confirm like All the Live Long Day, like that one. He's like, yeah, that one. Bro was excited. We did not deliver. unfortunately, we could not deliver. I had to give you I've been working on the railroad because this wasn't a family with small kids. I've played Baby Shark before. I get it. I know.
Absolutely.
This was different, and it made everything a little bit strange for a few seconds.
I have two that I want to talk about. One is the song, and one is the song due to context.
Okay.
So the song, I was playing, I believe, Casa Rosa, and we got The Lion Sleeps Tonight.
That's wild.
Like,
so, yeah.
That's one of those songs that I don't even think about as a real song. That's a soundtrack tune.
Sure.
It only appears in TV shows and movies. Like, I don't think of that as a real song. And then I had to real quick because I was like, oh. How's that go? And then half the band got to go, oh, we move away, oh, we move away, oh, we. And it was fantastic.
I had so much fun. So you guys did play it.
Oh, we absolutely did.
That would have been so much fun.
That was, I don't remember how much money they paid for it, but they paid a decent chunk of money for us to do it. So it was one of those, well, I mean, no, but yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah.
And then the next one, this one just happened like a few days ago. It was a little girl's birthday. She was 7.
I'll do anything, sure.
Anything,
Perfect. Yeah.
anything. And she requested Brooks and Dunn and Reba, Cowgirls Don't Cry.
What? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So she said, Cowgirls Don't Cry. And we were like, Cowgirls Don't. And immediately it was like, well, it's not that one. Do you mean like Morgan Wallen Cowgirls? No. Cowgirls Don't Cry. And so it literally took us probably 3 minutes. Just like, are you sure this one?
Yeah.
Like, this one. And I was with Jara, and she had made the joke previous to this that it's her birthday, she can get what she wants.
Yeah.
And so on the talkback mic, I was like, well, it's my party, and you're gonna cry if I want you to, because that is a sad song.
It is a sad song, yeah.
And I mean, kudos. Bass player Presley Free, he was on, and I think it's his niece, and so I was like, Presley, kudos, like music knowledge, right? Like doing the right thing. Like kids got it.
Yeah.
Because that is a fantastic song, but a 7-year-old, 6-year-old, whatever, requesting that song in any context
Yeah, right.
So yeah, there's a context one and then there's a song one, but we definitely can get some weird requests sometimes.
Yeah, right.
Man, Broadway's its own animal, isn't it? Next major award, and this one, first of all, I was super excited to get him on the first time. And then the fact that he was willing to come back and talk to us again. And my favorite moment with him outside of the podcast, I went to a show, and I genuinely view myself as invisible in Nashville most of the time. And he is not invisible. Like, he's a pretty big deal. And he left his group or buddy that he was with, walked across the bar because he saw me and wanted to come say hi. And that made me feel so good. Just like he had no reason to, there's no obligation to. Our only encounters have been on the podcast. And he made a point to walk across the room and come say hi and chat with me for a minute. And that means the world to me because he definitely didn't have to. And like, there was no awkward eye contact. So there no obligation whatsoever. And he embodies this award. This is the rule number 1 award. And everybody knows rule number 1 on this podcast is don't be a dick. And he literally wrote the book on how to not be a dick and make sure that you're successful in getting and keeping your gigs. A huge shout out and congratulations for this award, Matt Maxwell, bassist for one of the biggest country artists on the planet, And I definitely have no business calling him my friend. So I'm so proud to be able to call him my friend and just another wonderful human being.
Yeah, right. Matt's great. It was great to have him on. I love the first episode he did with you guys, and to have him back was really incredible. And on the heels of Jake Summers, I should say. So
Yeah.
really, I mean, yeah, it was cool to meet him and a great conversation that we had with him.
Absolutely. He wrote the book on what you should do. But there are a lot of people that do what they shouldn't do.
Yes.
So this next shout out I want to talk about, you appropriately dubbed this the Please Don't Do That award.
We'd appreciate if you didn't. The award's called the Please Don't Do That. I'm giving this award to more of a concept than a person.
Mm-hmm.
This award goes to jaywalking, and you need to stop.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to stop, and we need to tell the visitors to just not. You know, you might think you have enough time. You might see, hey, there are no cars coming. I think I could beat it. You can't, because there's a driver going way too fast because they're probably late, and it's usually me. And I need you to stop doing that. But very seriously, there have been some injuries lately, and
Yeah.
certainly some instances, and very sadly, a few deaths as well.
Yeah.
From
So from a serious standpoint, like this is a dangerous situation and a hazard to multiple people. And also it's a super easy fix. And if you can't figure out the crosswalks, just go home.
Yeah, oh man, crosswalk is that's kind of a basic sort of thing.
There's
like you learn that
pictures.
early on.
There's pictures.
Yeah.
Like, look at the pictures.
You know, I also thought that human crossing guards, which we do have sometimes when it gets especially busy, I thought that was going to do it. I thought a person who would be there to intervene would actually do it. And so many people cross when they shouldn't, even when there's a person there.
Yeah.
With like a whistle. Oh my God, stop jaywalking. I'm like crashing out on the podcast. Like, you need to stop doing that.
The close second place is the people that just stop on the sidewalk when everything's in motion and they just stop. I am pushing a heavy ass cart.
I know.
Like, I can't stop on a dime. So neither can you unless you want to get tagged by my cart.
Oof, I know.
Oh, getting to and from gigs sometimes is the hardest part of this job. I
started walking in the shoulder, and we talk about almost getting hit by cars. I've had some decently close calls. The shoulder will do it, though. I'll walk in the shoulder a million times over, taking my stuff on the sidewalk, though I'm usually on the sidewalk most of the time, if it's free enough with my car that doesn't have brakes or insurance. So please stop doing that. I get vacation brain. Vacation brain's a real thing. We need to move on from this award. I'm losing my mind right
you
now.
probably
Hey,
should. So
I have a quick
Yeah.
question to the both of you before we even move on.
Yeah.
2 questions. 1, have you ever dumped your cart on your way across the street?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, it sucks, yeah.
And 2, has anybody ever tripped over your cart when you've had that sudden stop with somebody in front of you?
yes.
No.
Yes.
I have.
Okay.
I have
felt
been
terrible.
standing at the crosswalk just waiting, and people just run right into my cart. Like walking forward and just run into it, look down, look at it, look up at me, make eye contact, give me a face like it's my fault, and then walk away.
Yeah. I apparently had a bungee strap come loose on my guitar when I was hauling my guitar rig. And I was hauling the pedal board case then at that time. So my pedal board case, which started a domino effect, my guitar went off.
Oh, no.
Bless this old couple's heart, in the middle of 4th, stopping to try to help me put my stuff up. We ended up just grabbing stuff and just carried it across. That was so embarrassing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
Definitely
I didn't know if you
been
guys ever
there.
had somebody trip over your cart, because I felt bad about that.
Man, and shout out to the men among men who will make a path for you when you're trying to get out of a bar.
Yes.
And you've yelled, "Excuse me," 15 times and nobody's paying attention.
Yeah.
And then dude that's 9 times taller than me, so average height, just goes up and is like, "Hey, make room, make room, make room," and gets me to the door.
Yeah.
Love those guys.
Yeah, they're great. Appreciate you.
Man, that's, yes. Angels among men. Oh, man. This award show is something I tried last year, and I did it by myself, so I don't think it hit well. And so I really appreciate you guys joining me on this one. We've got cameras up, which is new. I'm trying to be, cognizant of the fact that people can actually see me. So I'm trying to pay attention to that and not just like bury my head in my show notes and tablet and whatnot. But yeah, just real quick, shout out to you guys for being a part of this and joining me and helping me put together this team. I think I have a lot of ideas that I can't cover by myself, and I see big things in this podcast's future. And thanks for believing in the show, believing in me, and joining me, even though it's, not always convenient and sometimes a lot more work than what you should be doing for free. But hopefully in the near future, we can address that and start getting some kind of financial assistance.
I love this podcast. I really do. I mean, even before I moved here, I was listening, and I was a fan first, and I certainly didn't expect to get the message from Bobby, right, Mitch? Like I
think I said it in the podcast that I was in, was this is really where I probably learned a really good portion of my what to do, what not to do. Like it helped me be more mentally prepared because of everybody just talked about their, how things go for them on Broadway, how things work, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, almost even down to the kind of person that you need to be. Don't be a dick. That's a very easy number one rule,
right?
Because it being a cool person goes a really long way with more most than just your talent that you have. Like, you don't have to be the best player, but if you're just a cool hang.
Absolutely.
So you gotta learn that.
Absolutely.
And then coming down here and being on the podcast, no, it's really cool. We're just as appreciative as you are, buddy.
Well, that warms my heart, because there is no way I could do this without you guys, and definitely can't do the things that I have planned for this show without you guys. So huge shout out to you guys. Next major award, and this is one that makes me very happy. This is the guest that I believe, no matter what, no matter how big they get, no matter what their superstardom looks like, they will always answer the phone when I text or call, and is most likely to still return and be on an episode of the podcast, regardless how little we are and how big they are. And again, another absolutely amazing human. This one is going to go to Linnea Bell.
Yeah.
She has very openly praised the podcast when I've subbed with her on stage. She's always given it, a good chunk of time to let everybody know and to promote me as a person, promote the podcast. She's just always been a rock and somebody reliable that I legit feel like she's one of the people, if I needed something, I could call. And if she has any way possible of delivering, she will.
Yeah.
So huge shout out to Linnea, definitely a friend of the podcast, a friend to me. Absolutely going to get her on again. She was on 2 episodes last season. We ended the season with her and Jack and talked a lot about Jack's pants. That was a fantastic episode. Definitely privileged to know her and to have been able to work with her and continue to fill in. She has a fantastic band. She surrounds herself with great people. Jack is low-key hilarious. Just fantastic all around. Yeah. Very, very happy and proud to call her my friend. You haven't had as much experience with her.
Right.
So like your biggest chunk of experience was that podcast. What did you get from her? What kind of vibes?
My entire experience with her was the podcast episode that we did. So my biggest takeaway was, I have to see this band. I need to see this band. I need to see Linnea and Jack. I need to see Marcus up there. And Ryan now in their band. That was my biggest takeaway. I think she's just a superstar, really. Off stage, that I know would explode on stage.
Absolutely.
And it's just something that I know I need to experience firsthand.
Well, we should make plans to go out to one of
All
our
right.
shows together and hang out.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah. You got to get a little less busy, though.
Okay.
Start taking some time off, man.
I get to say hi to both of them a lot because I pass by Hank's
Yeah.
on my way to AJ's or on my way to Ernest Tubbs, and it's sometimes around the time because I think they're like a 2 to 6. I think I think they're 2 to 6. If I can, my experience with her.
Yeah,
was,
absolutely.
just like this podcast, I ran across her on TikTok.
Yes.
And I started watching her and Jack on TikTok before I even moved down here. And I remember specifically, and this will actually even tell you even more how much of a great person she is. I had jumped on one of their live feeds that they was doing from home with just her and
Yeah, which are hilarious.
Right. And I remember sending in there, hey, I'm getting ready to move down. And she was excited for me. She goes, that's awesome, Mitch. She goes, well, make sure you stop in. Well, we did make a trip down before we moved down here to look for a place. And we was on Broadway more times than we probably should have for not playing. But we was down there quite a bit. And I finally ran across her. And by the way, I was always calling her Nia. And her, it's like I'm pronouncing it wrong because that's what her TikTok says. Yeah. But I ran across them when we walked in. And she remembered me when I walked to the front. It took her a hot second. Mm-hmm. But then she remembered me and she was all excited. And yeah, they're great. They're both great. The whole band's amazing. But
when it comes to being genuine, like she's top notch. Like,
I haven't got to listen to the whole thing, but I've listened to the majority of it. I love the fact that Jack talked more because Jack just does not talk enough. Because when he does talk, he does say some great things.
like everything out of his mouth is gold.
It is every single thing.
And that's you can't be that funny and talk all the time.
Use up all of his material.
Right. Oh, man. Speaking of material, sometimes you have a little extra material on Broadway that you need to dispose of. This next one, it's a little.
How do we put this? How do we delicately...
This one could be considered bathroom humor.
It could be.
Cleanest bathroom for an emergency number 2 on Broadway.
Listen, we just have to open this discussion. Because we've all, right? Because we've all, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
So this is kind of risky of an award because we don't want, pun is intended, we don't want to blow up this spot because this is supposed to be like one of those best kept secrets. But if you need to blow up a spot,
this is the spot.
I like Mellow Mushroom Second Floor. Thank you very much. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm gonna go with Luke Bryan's.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because it's upstairs. It's away from the stage, so it's not obvious that that's where you're going.
Yeah.
And because you can enter from up there if you get to your gig a little early and got to take care of your business, and then you're coming down the steps. It's not automatic that that's where you were and what you were doing. So there's a bit of secrecy to it. Yeah. It's not just like, oh yeah, now the whole room knows I had to drop a load.
The discreet nature, sure, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and being a shy pooper, I appreciate that.
Hey, it's okay. Performance anxiety, really. I mean,
it really is. Yeah. It really is. So, yep, that's going to be mine. I've had the fortunate pleasure of playing a lot of morning shifts there after a quick breakfast at McDonald's. So
I get it.
That'll do it.
Plenty of experience in that one.
I'm gonna go with. I haven't played many places like you guys have, but I'm gonna go with Ernest Tubbs' Second Floor.
Okay, so they keep rerouting me to different bathrooms.
They haven't rerouted me yet, so the only bathroom I use there is on the second floor, and I'll tell you why I like that one, is because there's usually nothing going on the second floor. There's a bar and a bartender sometimes. That's where the record shop is.
Okay.
And it's quiet and peaceful and not a ton of traffic. So yeah, that's usually where I go during my break.
Oh, they sent me up to the venue floor one time. Is that the fourth, maybe? Or
I don't think I've been anywhere above the.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I've never been in there, not since they reopened. So
It's actually very nice.
I need to stop in. I need to make a
the
field
electric
trip.
is nice too, so guitar players can plug their amps in and turn up the guitars, and you don't not hear the guitar over the hum.
Nice. So, like, I assume that means they had to have redone all the wiring and stuff, which I don't think has been done on most Broadway buildings since birth of the building. Or of music, maybe. I don't know. No, Broadway is definitely notorious for bad power and inconsistent power.
I had said, but like I said, I've been here long, played many places, but for me, it was Tootsie's front stage is by far the worst for me. But somebody said there was another stage that's like you got to be really careful. They use brown boxes there because they're electric, but I don't remember what place it was. But yeah, there's a lot of.
I don't have to deal with power a lot, so I don't pay attention nearly as much. But there are so many guitarists that have those brown boxes.
Yeah, you don't have to carry a brown box around for you.
Apparently, those are fairly expensive.
They are.
But so is frying all your shit. So.
Yeah. Well, I think the brown boxes are mostly for tube amps. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, but I think they're just mostly for the tube amps because they don't use them for the solid state amps. But I do carry power conditioners with me at all times because I don't want to lose my pedal board.
Yeah.
At all costs. Like that's besides what I hold my hands and play. That's my money maker right there.
Yeah, right. Wow.
Yeah, and equipment failure or equipment problems in general, because I've experienced that a lot lately, can definitely ruin your day. This season has had definitely some of my all-time favorite episodes and favorite guests, and I want to just kind of go around the room and see what everybody's favorite episode was. So, Brian, if you would take the lead on this one.
Sure, really no hesitation on this one, Dave Pomeroy. Having Dave on, head of the Musicians Union here in Nashville, a wealth of information and so much information on the podcast alone. Also an accessible guy if you have questions too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Super nice guy. Some of the most amazing stories.
Yes.
I thought about doing a name dropping award, and he would have definitely won that one too.
Right.
Like he's played with everybody, I think, except me, which that probably says more about me than I wanted to. But no, that was a great episode. 100%.
I wasn't even nervous when Jake Summers was here or when Matt Maxwell was here. Like, I was a bit nervous with Dave Pomeroy. Not with him, but like in anticipation of like,
oh, okay.
Oh man, we got a big one, don't we? So,
nice.
Yeah. So I knew we were going to have a lot of information, and I knew that we were going to have to move the episode along to get as much information because I didn't know the amount of stories he would have. Like,
right?
Yeah, he was talking about Drift Away. Like, all right, check it out, and it's a great listen.
Yes, absolutely. That is definitely, if you're on a long car ride, that's a good one because it will keep you engaged. Mitch, what about you? What's been your favorite episode?
I remember us talking about this earlier. Since I've moved down here, I've been so busy I haven't had a chance to even really listen to a lot of the podcasts like I was up in Ohio. I'm glad to finally
Trader.
Well, now that I'm a part of it, the next year will be even better because I'll actually be able to hear the podcast firsthand.
We just lost a listener. That's what I heard. Our numbers are going down.
We're in the tank. I'm sorry.
I will have to say that I did get a chance to listen to Lene's podcast, and I would have to say that was my favorite. Like the things that you guys touched on between the mental health and the way Broadway works for artists, that was big, because it's so true.
Oh, it absolutely
is. It's a sad truth. It really is. And, especially for the female artists, it's even harder and they get treated so differently. And that's just not cool. But yeah, she has to, and the fact that I get to hear Jack talk more. That also made it my favorite.
Nice.
He's amazing. They're both such amazing humans. That was definitely one of my top episodes. We did cover a lot of great information when it comes to building a show, building moments, how to treat and talk to people in general. There's a lot of good nuggets there for anybody to pick up and take and use. I will have to say, selfishly, my favorite episode was with Jake Summers. He's been one of my favorite country drummers for seems like forever. And getting him on the first time, like my first time really meeting him, super nervous, and I felt like I just botched that episode. And getting him on a second time, and since then kind of building more of a friendship with him. And like, again, I get to call people my friends that I have no business being friends with. These people are way better than me on a whole nother level, as humans even, not even just professionally. And Jake's one of those. He's a great human. He's got a great energy, super nice guy. Shortly after the last episode with him, I did the Breast Cancer Can Stick It Drumathon, and he was there, and we got to hang out a little bit. And man, it's just, he's so fun to be around. He's the kind of person that like you just want to be around. Yeah. I've got a birthday thing coming up. I invited him to that. He said he's off that weekend, so
that's cool.
I might get to hang out with him on my birthday.
Nice.
I'm super excited. My teenage daughter, I think, has a little bit of a crush on him, so that's hilarious. She's going to be there, so I'm going to try to embarrass the crap out of her as much as I can.
Well, she was at the drum show
Yeah.
when we saw Jake.
Yeah.
That's great.
So super fun. I think Jake is the only reason that my daughter thinks I'm cool. Because she'll just be like, you know, famous people like Jake. So, yeah, a little bit of a crush there, I believe. So I'm going to capitalize on that for some great material on my birthday. And it's my birthday, so I can do that. I want to start rounding out the episode because we've got a little over an hour on the episode, and a couple of us got to go to work soon. So we'll hit the last couple of big awards.
Yes.
And then we will say our farewells to this season and prep for, season 5. 5 years.
You're entering season 5 on this.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I have tenure. I can't get fired.
You can't
now.
get fired now, yeah.
That's beautiful. I would absolutely fire me. This one, no jokes aside, this is actually a very, very big award, and I'm very proud of this one. This is our most listened to episode of the season, and I'm super excited to announce this one. This guy's fantastic. He's a good friend. Just from the second I met him, we just clicked, and everything has been super easy. One of the best human beings I've met ever. And I'm also extremely proud to call him my co-host. Sir, your episode is the most listened to episode on this season.
On this season? Oh
on
my
this
gosh.
season, yeah.
Dude. Whoa, thank you. Thank you very much. That means everything. That's
the
very,
people
very nice.
like you.
That's cool. Thank you. I've met some people since coming on to the show. Meeting listeners is
I will
nuts.
never get used to that.
Yeah.
Ever.
That's crazy. It's crazy. It's weird from working in commercial radio for 10 years. Mm-hmm. But it's crazier now. And I don't know why, and I'm sure I'll come up with some sort of reason to explain that, but thank you. Thank you for listening. And I was kind of like, I want to say like insecure when I got off of, as soon as we stopped recording, I regretted everything I said. I was like, oh, I probably said too much on something, or my story's not interesting. I don't know what I thought, but I appreciate you listening, and I hope that you find it's an interesting story. Yeah, thank you. Wow,
Absolutely.
cool.
Thank you. Thank you for being on the show. Thank you for joining the team, being my co-host. Thank you for being my friend. Like,
Of course, man.
I love you, man.
Love you too, man. Really, you've become a very good friend, Mitch. I'm so happy you're on the team. And
Absolutely.
there's so much creativity that's going to explode with us in 2026 and beyond. And I'm really happy to share it with you, man. Really.
And that is the nicest way you could say we have some of the dumbest ideas.
Oh, we have we got some bullshit coming. We really do.
Oh man, you guys might have to check us a little bit and be like, hey, this is really dumb. The next award that, man, it blows my mind 100%. First of all, how long I've been doing this podcast and how many listens, download. Like, we're coming up on, I think, 13,000 downloads.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
And I mean, as far as like podcasts go, like, sure, we're not Joe Rogan, but I don't think I've had 13,000 anything ever.
Yeah.
$13,000, 13,000 nothing. I've never had 13,000 anything. So that means a whole lot to me. And so being able to go back and award an award that was from a couple of seasons ago, and it encompasses this whole chapter, is amazing for me, that I have something like that to look back on. And so this human has been the biggest episode in the podcast history, has the most listened to episode, the most downloads, is quite possibly my favorite episode across the entire lifespan of this podcast, and is one of the most interesting and amazing humans and performers I have ever seen and met. The most listened to episode across all seasons goes to, drum roll please, Tyson Leslie, Season 2, Episode 41, where again we are talking about somebody's pants.
Right, yes. Great episode. Excellent episode. I remember we were getting kind of ready to move down here, and I was I had a storage unit where I used to live with all my music stuff, and I took a day to basically clear it out, declutter it so that we could move with the stuff I absolutely needed. So I knew it was going to be an endeavor. I knew that episode was gaining a lot of traction, so I saved it for that day. I killed so much time just sitting in my car outside of the storage unit, just listening. Because, I mean, you go in a million different directions. He's done everything, and there's some great experience for people
With
listening.
everybody.
Yeah. And many of whom are the 80s hair metal players and bands that I grew up listening to.
Absolutely.
And so, yeah, never met Tyson, but I would love to one day, and I love that episode. And also his list of Broadway standards is what got me started.
Yeah.
Learning stuff. So he's also a wealth of information, and that's a great episode to revisit.
He is one of the, there's a lot of people willing to help people on Broadway. There's a handful that will go above and beyond that to really make sure that somebody has the tools they need for success. And then there's Tyson, who will literally work his ass off to make sure you get what you deserve.
Right.
And I love that about him. I love the things he does for the community. I love the things he does with his shows. His Rare Hair shows are unbelievable. The downside is because he is so busy and has, his fingers in so many different projects and things. And he's got his cruise ship tours that he does in the summers, and he's always going here for this gig or there. It seems like anytime I'm like, I think I'm going to send him a message and see if he can come back on the podcast, immediately he announces that he's leaving for something.
Yeah.
And it's like, So I'm going to have to just be like, hey, when it can happen, let's make it happen.
Yeah.
And get him back on, because he's a fantastic human. I absolutely love the dude to death. Amazing. There's one more award that I want to give out, and this one is kind of accidentally amazing. And then we will start wrapping up. But this award is is it an ad or is it a bit award? And I believe wholeheartedly you know exactly what I'm talking about, so I will let you announce it, sir.
Sure, yes. Is it an ad or is it a bit? It's the Motion Pro Drum Throne. That's what it is. The Motion Pro Drum Throne is divided to contour to your spine. I'm not sure what it is, but the springs of the Motion Pro Drum Throne, we've been talking about it. It's a unique looking drum throne. We kind of struck up this partnership you did really with the guy, with the manufacturer. He designed it.
He did. He's a chiropractor, so he should know his stuff. And honestly, and I say this every time, I thought it was a gimmick. I really thought it was just gimmick. He's a chiropractor that put out a drum throne, blah, 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 back stuff, whatever. Has to be a gimmick. Everything about it screams gimmick. Until your back stops screaming.
That's it, is the thing. Yes. And there have been a couple of times where I've gone into gigs with back pain. Maybe I slept stupid. I'm not sure. Usually that's it. Usually I sleep in a stupid position, that happens. So I'm going into this gig. A couple times this has happened, and I'm feeling stiff. Lower back is aching, and then within a half hour on the Motion Pro Drum Throne, I'm pretty opened up.
Yeah.
And the pain is gone. And then when I exit the stage, I feel a million times better. I don't think it's a gimmick, but I love that it became a bit.
Yes.
Because of how hilariously often we mention it on stage and off. Also, it's got a very unique look. So people on Broadway ask me all the time, and then I extend the legs, I put it up. This is the Motion Pro Drum Throne. So I go into the ad, but it's a bit.
It is definitely an ad bit or bit ad. It is both 100% and will probably continue in through the next season because it is not a gimmick. It is 100%. And I wish it wasn't because I didn't need to buy one, but I needed to have one.
But hey, if they're looking for a podcast to sponsor.
Right. And again, super thank you because, I mean, he didn't know me. I knew who he was through a friend, but like it was pretty much a cold call. Like I just reached out and I'm like, hey, I have this idea. And he was like, yeah, that sounds fun. Let me send you one. And then we got to try it. And then I was like, okay, cool. So we have to have these, like, I can't go back to my other drum throne. This isn't okay.
Yeah.
And so he let us keep that one. That's the one that you have,
Yes.
which I think I still have a screw that I need to give you. I think it's missing one
I
of
am
the
missing a screw,
screws.
yes. Yeah.
And I've got one. He sent
Okay.
me one. I just can't remember to bring it.
Oh, that's okay.
But it does exist, and I do have it, and so you will get it maybe eventually. But yeah, he said keep that one as a gift, and
nice.
I have a really awesome purple snakeskin one.
Nice.
And I was like, cool, let me send you my mortgage payment for the month. And yeah, now I'm comfortable on every drum set gig that I have, which right after I got that drum throne, I went almost exclusively to cajon gigs for a few months. So joke's on me, I guess. But that has turned around, and I'm doing more full band drum set gigs now. So now I have to relearn how to play drums. Woo.
Yeah.
But my back doesn't hurt, and I'm very comfortable, and strongly recommend this drum throne to anybody and everybody. 100%. And this is not the thing about this quote unquote ad bit situation is it's not a paid for ad. This comes up organically.
Yeah.
The first few were actual ads that were still not paid for. That was, hey, let me review your product and we'll put your ad on the podcast. And so it's been a great situation. I hope to get to do more things with him and help promote the product because it really does work. Mitch, I'm sorry that you're not a drummer and have to stand up and hold heavy shit all day and can't.
You need to make one for us to stand on.
But yeah, and it is absolutely hilarious that it has become a bit in the show. And again, it has done that because it actually works and it's not a gimmick. And so shout out to this product. I'm hoping we get to do a lot more product reviews that, come about from partnerships like this, but I definitely have some product reviews that I want to do that are completely independent. And the one thing that I will say is, like, I'm always going to be 1,000% honest on a product review, partnership or not. So if you've got doubts about your product and don't want those doubts explicitly stated on a podcast, probably shouldn't partner with us, because I don't want to mislead anybody, and I don't want to be misled. So that will probably hurt our bottom line, which is on the floor right now. So
Ground level.
that being said, I want to do a quick round with you guys. What are you guys looking forward to in the new season? What are you wanting to see? What are you hoping happens? Like, what are you guys thinking about it?
I like to get out in the community more, and just be more present, and take a small camera with us, open up the social media game like that, certainly.
Yeah.
And of course, all the guests that we could have coming up.
There's a lot of people right now that I don't know personally that are starting to reach out and want to be on the podcast. And so it's giving me a chance to meet new people and get to explore different aspects of our industry and Broadway and the greater Nashville music community that I haven't really been a part of. So being a part of different communities and being, out there and meeting people, like that's a huge one for me. I'm definitely looking forward to that. What about you, Mitch?
Well, I mean, other than the same thing, I'm looking forward to, actually being part of being with the guest and all of that. But I'm actually really excited for something that I was thinking when I was up in Ohio. I was like, man, it would be really awesome if I could see these guys. And I get to and not only is that going to happen, but I get to be a part of that.
Yeah, you are helping to facilitate the whole video aspect of this podcast, which we have not been able to do successfully consistently before. Right. So hoping against all odds and against all hope that this works out, because if we can't figure it out this time, I'm done with video.
Mitch, thank you very much, because really it's a tremendous effort. It's a lot of work you're putting in. It's all stuff that I do not understand at
Same.
all. So I truly feel useless, like, pretty often. But it's amazing. And so the visual component, Mitch, thank you. Thank you for your work on that, man. I'm happy you're
I hope it turns out really good. It's definitely a trial and error for all of us. So
Yeah, that's this whole podcast, though.
yeah, because nobody knows, but we're actually videoing this podcast.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Hopefully, if it turns out good, we can add it and put it up.
If you're not seeing videos of this podcast,
It didn't turn out good.
Mitch fucked up.
Mitch had nothing to do with it. If it's
Son of a
terrible-
Mitch. Man. Yeah, I'm excited about all of this, the content for social media, the videos to get out there. I've got a couple of situations in the works to help get us out in the community. One of the big things that I want to do relatively soon, I want to either be a guest host for a writer's round or take over a writer's round for a session and fill it with previous podcast guests.
Yeah.
That is definitely one of the things I want to try to get done in the first half of this year, and make that a pretty regular situation where maybe once or twice a month we can do something like that.
I would love that, yeah.
Other than that, like, I'm open to any event, really. Eventually, once I think Tyson's taken a break with his rare hair shows,
Yeah.
but eventually I would absolutely love for Nashville for Nobodies to host and MC the rare hair show.
Whoa.
Maybe
That'd be crazy,
maybe see
yeah.
if we can take a little bit off of his plate, because he's already playing keys and bass and singing at the same time. He doesn't need to be running the whole show. Poor dude does everything
Yeah.
at the same time.
Delegate. It's okay.
We are here to help, Tyson. We are here to help. We'll probably cause more problems than we'll fix.
It's possible, but no.
But we'll have fun doing it. And that's been the whole thing. This podcast has always been a passion project. So I want to keep that passion, and the second it becomes a job, I'm out. I don't need another job, especially one that pays about the same as my other job, especially this time of year. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for all the downloads, all the listens, all the words of encouragement, all of the stories, everything. We look forward to continuing this in the next year and in the next season. And I will bid a fond farewell to season 4. And when we come back, hopefully we'll have some new shiny and some ideas and some stuff going on that gets everybody excited about the new season. Brian, buddy, one more time for this season. Where can they find you?
Certainly, Brian Morelli Music, underscore is in between, and Morelli. Instagram and TikTok, I would advise, and I look forward to hearing from you. Really, I met a lot of people who are new to town, people that I've given our business cards to, and hey, take a listen if you're new to town. And it's really cool that, to hear 13,000 downloads is nuts. I've been so used to putting creative stuff out seemingly into the void, not sure if anybody's gonna listen to anything, and to know that I'm a part of something that has become a resource and a source of entertainment in town. Well, Bobby, thank you. I can't thank you enough for having me on. And I'm honored to be your co-host and your teammate. And I love the show, and I'm really excited for season 5.
Well, I will print out a contract to make sure that you can't leave me. I have separation anxiety and a fear of being left, so I got to make sure you stick around, buddy, because you have made this such a pleasure, and I can't wait to do the next season with you. It's going to be amazing. Yeah. Mitch, my friend and newest member of the podcast team, where can they find you?
Mitch Stalling across all social medias. Mitch, Stalling, no S at the end of Stalling.
Oh, it's not plural.
You're right. It's not plural.
You're one guy.
I'm just one guy. Well, 1.5. And I also want to thank you for inviting me to join your podcast team. I'm very grateful for all of that, and I'm very excited to see what season 5 is going to be like, and I am hoping that these videos turn out the way that we want them to.
We all are, because video has been a rough endeavor. I also think I just made a huge realization to one of the major problems in our music industry. You guys both just thanked me for getting you to work for free.
Oh, man.
The implication there amongst our industry is...
Hold on, let me put that camera on him so I can see that it just hit him like, wow.
No, I mean, that's been representative of everything I've ever done. That's hilarious. That's great.
Story of a musician.
Right?
I love it.
Happy to work for free.
Everything is rooted in passion. Mm-hmm. There you go. Life is a passion project.
Ooh,
I think
that's a T-shirt.
Hey.
Oh man, this is going off the rails. So I'm going to go ahead and close it down. Oh man, this is the last season 4 farewell, and I'm a little emotional about it. I guess we will see you next time.
Yeah. Final ADHD moment. I made myself a coffee before this episode. I have not touched it. It's across the room.
It's because it's 15 feet away.
Mine's gone.
Nice.
Don't mean to make you jealous or anything.
I have to pee. Does that count?
Bobby, congratulations on Nashville for Nobodies. Really.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys both so much. I genuinely don't want to do this without you guys. So let's make next year great.
All right.
Rock and roll.
Listeners, we will see you next time.